Prove your big brain power in 23 tough riddles.
Goodbye. Random calls and offers. Hello, built-in spam blocker. Now I can't soak up the sun in peace. Hello, Google Fi. A phone plan that can.
Hey, wanna play some video games? I know I do. I haven't seen the sun in years.
Eric, a police detective, was having lunch in a cafe. At some moment, he went to the bathroom and left his smartphone on the table. When he came back, the phone was gone. The detective saw a man leaving the place and ran after him. Eric stopped him when the man was about to sit in a car. The detective told the man to give him his gadget back, but the man seemed confused. "I know nothing about your phone. I just gave my friends a lift to work." And he pointed at two men entering an office building. After hearing this, Eric immediately called the police. Why?
Alright, so Eric caught a guy trying to leave, and he said he was just there to drop off his friends. And Eric, the detective, knows he's lying and called the police. Why? Because his car is a convertible and he dropped off two people.
The man lied. His car was a sports convertible with just 2 seats. The car wouldn't have fit 3 men.
Sheesh.
In the middle of the night, Dennis was woken up by a loud crash. One of the kids must have been out. But they know they aren't allowed to leave after curfew. The man went to check on the children. All 3 of them, Catherine, Ruth, and Larry, seemed to be sleeping peacefully. Look at the kids and try to figure out who sneaked out of the house.
It's the first girl because she's above the blankets.
It was Ruth. There's a dirty sneaker hidden behind the curtain and several pieces of French fries under her bed. Brenda was traveling by train. It was scorching hot in the carriage. The girl took off her gold bracelet decorated with diamonds and put it on the table in front of her. Train entered a tunnel and it got pitch dark. When the tunnel was left behind, there was no bracelet on the table. Boy, I'm surprised. Brenda was shocked. Someone's taken my bracelet. There were just 3 other people in the compartment. Helen said she'd been sleeping. Rachel was reading a book on her phone, and Gregory had gone to the bathroom even before the train entered the tunnel. Who took the bracelet?
Gregory. If the train is dark, how did he get back to his seats? Greg is sus as fuck.
It was Helen. At first, she had her sleeves rolled up, but now they covered her arms down to the wrists, hiding the bracelet. Once Daniel found a coin that had a 10 BCE mark on it. The guy realized the thing had to be very old and valuable. Happy and excited, he took it to an expert. But the specialist didn't even agree to examine the coin. He told Daniel right away the thing was fake. How did he figure it out so fast?
They didn't have coins back then?
People who lived before the current era couldn't know there would be another era. That's why they couldn't make such marks on coins. James had a meeting with his university professor. It ran late, and when the guy was leaving the building, it was already dark. As he was walking along the deserted halls, he heard someone shout for help. The voice was coming from behind a locked lecture hall door. James managed to open it and found his group mate Mike inside. In the afternoon, the guy wanted to get a book from the library, but it was closed. He was already leaving when he heard footsteps behind his back. When he came round, he was locked in. James figured out 3 suspects and interrogated them first thing in the morning. Matthew said he had left the campus right after the lectures. Emily replied she had been studying at the library all day long. Olivia met with her friends, and they were having lunch at the university canteen. James realized who was guilty right away.
What do you guys think? Wasn't the library locked?
It was Emily. She couldn't study at the library because it was closed that day.
Wow!
Ashley and Mary were walking in the forest when they spotted some barriers. Each picked a different plant to feed on, but one of them didn't make a smart decision. Guess who?
The one with the dead bird next to it?
It's Ashley. There's an unconscious bird next to the plant, which indicates it's poisonous. The endangered plant seeds can't be eaten.
I'm so
Lucy
fucking
and
smart.
Jack are both doing work on 2 different buildings. Lucy is sitting outside on the 2nd floor, trying to clean the window. Jack is climbing down an apartment complex. Which of the 2 is less clever?
Lucy, there's a fucking dragon next to you!
Jack. Even if he's wearing a helmet, the height difference is enough to injure him. Joanna and Sissy are spending the day at home. Joanna is doing her spring cleaning, while Sissy is trying to feed her son. Which of the 2 should rethink their actions?
This bitch's vacuum cleaner's not even plugged in!
Sissy. There's no danger if the vacuum cleaner isn't plugged in, but it isn't a good idea to feed babies chunks of chicken with a knife and a fork.
She can feed her child with whatever she wants.
When I first started Eve, I was a minor, and I was really tired of getting.
Michael is ready to break into a house that has a dog. Karen is putting the jacket on her daughter in the middle of the street. Who is in more danger?
I assume the dog driving the car and not this guy, because if the dog's driving the car, he's not gonna be home to bite the robber.
Karen and her daughter. They're kneeling and don't see the car approaching, while Michael can spot if there's a dog in the yard or not.
Yeah, no. You're definitely in more danger of getting run over.
Jason went to the water park with his son. Jake is a firefighter and was called to put out a fire. Now, Jason is on the phone while a boy behind him struggles to stay on the surface of the pool. Jake is putting out a fire on a tree. Which of the 2 isn't bright?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Jason. He's on the phone and can't hear the boy behind him. Jake is putting out the fire on the tree to prevent it from spreading to the forest. John's father has 3 sons. There's Jack, a quiet, intelligent student. Then there's Jason, a popular athlete. So, who's the 3rd son?
John, what the fuck?
It's John. His father has 3 sons: Jack, Jason, and him, John. There's a barrel of water in the yard. You look inside and say that it's more than half full, but your friend argues that it's less than half full. How to figure out who's right without using any measuring tools or removing water from the barrel?
Oh my god, 404 Jude with the 50 gifts up. Thank you so much. Actually don't know.
Tilt the barrel so that the water touches the rim. If you can see the bottom, the barrel's less than half full. If the bottom is still covered with water, it's more.
I don't know enough about circumferences and cylindrical liquid measurement to know if that's true. But I guess
one day, a teacher decided to give her students a test, but all of them refused to take it. She could give detention for skipping the test to only one student. All of them knew each other's names. If a student knew they were going to get detention, they agreed to take the test. How could the teacher make all the students participate?
wait, what?
If skipping the test to, but all of them refused full. If the bottom is still covered with water, it's more. One day, a teacher decided to give her students a test, but all of them refused to take it. She could give detention for skipping the test to only one student. All of them knew each other's names. If a student knew they were going to get detention, they agreed to take the test. How could the teacher make all the She told them that she'd give detention to the student whose name came first alphabetically. Then this person wouldn't skip the test. The next person on the list wouldn't skip as well, and so on until the end of the list. Maria was getting ready for her date. Everything had to be perfect. But once she decided to take a shower, she found out the bathroom was occupied. It was probably one of her sisters. The girl decided to pick an outfit not to waste time. Soon Maria noticed the bathroom was empty. But as soon as she turned the shower on and started washing her hair, she saw the water was red. It was a prank. Someone had added paint to the shower head. Maria questioned her sisters. Rose said, "I was in my room studying for a math exam." And Ashley explained, "I was in the shower right before you. I even washed my hair, and everything was okay." Maria immediately realized who had played a trick on her. Can you? Maria questioned her sisters. Rose said, "I was in my room studying for a math exam." And Ashley explained, "I was in the shower right before you. I even washed my hair, and everything was okay." Maria immediately realized who had played a trick on her. Can
If
you?
she just washed her hair, why isn't it wet?
It was Ashley. Look at her. If she was in the shower just minutes before, why is her hair dry and
I'm
nicely
so
styled?
fucking smart.
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me? What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
What's wrong with me?
Me!
Me.
With me.
Hey, you know what's better than a $5,000 PC?
What?
A $5,000 PC that costs $0. It's time.
Alan called his friend Milo, a private detective, and asked him to come as soon as possible. When Milo arrived at Alan's office, he saw everything was upside down, with papers all over the place and furniture broken. "I entered my office, saw this, and immediately called you." Alan's voice was trembling. "I hope they haven't stolen the company money and important documents." Alan rushed to his safe with a key in his hand. "It's the only existing key to this safe." He inserted the key in the lock and opened the door. The safe was empty. While Milo was looking around, Alan was thinking aloud, "I have this new guy, Robert. I'm almost sure he's a spy sent by my competitors. He could break into my safe to steal very important documents." Milo turned to his friend. "Why exactly do you want to frame that innocent guy?" How did Milo figure it out? There's only one key to the safe and Alan has it. If the employee had broken into the safe, he wouldn't be able to lock it again. You're a student and you have an important philosophy exam today. Big stress. You, like most of your peers, haven't attended many classes or learned anything this semester.
True.
When you come to the exam, the teacher puts a chair in the center of the classroom and says, "None of you learn my subject, so everyone will have the same chance to pass it. See this chair? Write evidence that it doesn't exist. The person who convinces me of this will pass." Now, setting aside the fact that the teacher sounds just like the spook in the first question, what should you write to ace the exam?
What do you write to prove that the chair doesn't exist?
The correct answer is, what chair? Mary.
Get me out.